This is insane. The San Antonio Spurs get another win behind the high-flying act of Stephon Castle, the athleticism and the just tenacity that Victor Wembanyama is putting on display every game, and the Spurs as a whole just playing phenomenal basketball. As we get ready for the NBA season, we're going to discuss this final preseason game here on Spurs Digest with your host Keenan Warner. And guys, coming right around the corner, just as an FYI to you, we are planning on going live right after the first game of the season, so be on the lookout right after Dallas and the Spurs face off. We're planning on going live. Keep your eye out for that. But we kept our eye out for a 30-point win, or 29, but 30-point win essentially for the San Antonio Spurs in the preseason. And again, it is the preseason, but we end this preseason circuit undefeated. That is beautiful. We are playing very cohesive, sound basketball. And the big thing about being undefeated in the preseason, you're seeing people already looking like they're in mid-season form. We're going to talk about the team, and then we'll talk about some individual players, highlighting some of the greatness that we saw on the floor tonight against the Indiana Pacers. But 54% and 40%, that's from field goal and from the three-point line. That is going to get it done every single night. And overall, as I said, 54-40, we shot 83% from the line, getting there 30 times, doubling up the Pacers. I like to see that as well. Out-rebounded the Pacers, out-assisted the Pacers, 31 assists to only 15 turnovers. For a team, I'll take a 2-to-1 ratio every day of the week. Obviously, more blocks, had more steals. The Spurs were doing anything they wanted to in this game. The largest lead was 31, and I loved everything that I saw. We got out early. The Pacers fought back. It was close in the first half, and then in the second half, the San Antonio Spurs said, okay, we're going to just run away with it because we are better. And that's what you love to see. Julian Champagnie is on a heater. And I mean a heater. If I can remember this correctly, 4 of 7, 5 of 7, 2 of 4, 5 of 6. So that is almost, I think it's above 63% from the three-point line for the entirety of preseason. And the thing is, okay, yeah, it's preseason, whatever. He's getting the looks he's going to make, and he's going to get. He's getting open looks off of the greatness of Wemby, off of the tenacity and the downhill of Stephon Castle, off the craftiness of Dylan Harper, off the elite scoring prowess, but the scoring capabilities of Devin Vassell, off of what Keldon Johnson's been able to do. Luke Cornett making smart plays in the pick and roll, the dunker spot, and even the high post. Those are the shots he's going to continue to get. Harrison Barnes, just going to be the consummate pro on this team, do whatever it takes to win games. If he needs to play defense, going to play defense. Offense, going to play offense. But Devin Vassell, he's been looking fine. Devin Vassell's the one person who you haven't been in awe of, but it doesn't matter because you don't need to be in awe of Devin Vassell on this roster. He's just going to come in here, and as long as he's putting up 14 to 16 points, 18 points a game efficiently, that's all you're going to need. But again, Wemby, 7 of 9 from the floor, only 1 3, which I love. His attempts are what I'm going to be looking at. I hope this doesn't change because the 17 and 12 with 4 blocks, him dominating the paint, I am going to be looking for that to continue. And then let's get into Stephon Castle. 16 points, 9 assists. They really tried them at that traditional point guard role today because to start the season, it looks like this is going to be their 5. I thought that this is where they were going to go. Makes sense. You space the floor with Julian Champagnie, Harrison Barnes in there, a veteran. Jeremy Sochan, we'll see when he comes back, but even though I don't think they'll instantly start him, keeping him on the bench might be the best way to go. Devin Vassell, of course, and then Stephon Castle, who showed at the back half of last season he can truly run a point. Now, He is going to have to do that again for at least the first bit of the season because De'Aaron Fox won't be there on opening night. But what we knew he could do was this. And oh my goodness gracious. He's head to the top of the castle. My Lord. He said, I almost threw my computer. I was watching on my computer on the NBA. I just almost threw it. I almost just said, hey, I don't even need this. I don't even need this right now. And then he decides to follow it up like, hey, don't worry about me. Let me pass it off to Vassell. Let me just show you I can get up, locate, and dunk. This guy is the ultimate X factor on this roster. We talk about Dylan Harper. He's the second pick in the draft. We talk about what he can be, and by God, even though he didn't shoot great today, he still just looks so polished and so good. We obviously talk about Wemby and how amazing he is. We talk about even Julian Champagnie, Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, Jeremy. We talk about the whole team, but the forgotten guy is the rookie of the year, Stephon Castle. This guy, he has the capabilities to play a good level point guard. He has the capabilities to be an elite defender. He can get downhill at a high level. And if he can improve that, if he can continue to improve that 3-point shot, he looks more confident, a little slow. I don't love how slow it is. I wish it was a little bit more fluid. But anyways, it doesn't matter how it looks because if it's going in, it's going in. If he can continue to shoot and get better at that 3-point shot to get it to about the 33 to 34, 35%, and then get it to the league minimum in a couple years, or league average rather, he's just a guy we're not going to talk about until we need to talk about him. And I love every bit of it. And by we, I mean everybody else but Spurs Nation, because Spurs Nation understands the gravity that Stephon Castle brings to this roster. And then we'll talk about the bench a little bit. Again, Luke Cornett. Oh boy. I love the way he utilizes his size. He understands what he's doing on the court. He never has a wasted possession or a wasted minute. It just feels like he understands, I'm out here to do this, and this, so I'm going to be a superstar at doing this, and this. And those are rebounding, interior defense, and scoring on the inside. Setting good screens, understanding his placement and his role on this roster. I love it. Keldon Johnson, again, continues to show why he is going to be a nice bench piece for us. Continuing to show that if he can just go there and play strategically solid, sound minutes, that he is going to be a great 7th, 8th option off the bench, 6th man off the bench, potential to win 6th man of the year, unless a guy like Dylan Harper doesn't steal it from him. Rookie of the year and 6th man of the year, sign me up, because this guy, I don't care that he didn't shoot well today. The shots he was taking, I'm fine with. You're not going to make every shot every time, and you're going to have off nights, but he wasn't forcing the issue. He was taking the shots that I would love him to take, the turnaround little 11-foot floaters, the tougher layups at the basket, I'm okay with because he has that capability around the basket. So I liked what I saw from Dylan Harper today. And then again, the last guy to really talk about on this team, I'm interested. This is the guy I'm really interested to see how the Spurs use Carter Bryant. Are they going to utilize him on the floor in like spot 2 to 3 to 4 minute stretches, or are they going to actually utilize him as a high level player on the roster and maybe give him 15-ish minutes off the bench into certain spots? Be really interesting to see what the Spurs do with him because he's so young, but the defensive capabilities is already at a high level. So if you need, okay, hey, guard Shea for 5 minutes and just annoy him, you got 6 fouls. Just go annoy him. Carter Bryant's going to do that, and he's going to do that at a high level. He could give Shea some problems because he's 6'8", he's long, he's athletic. He might be able to give him some, Shea's a bucket, but he might be able to give him problems. That's the thing with this team. We have so many avenues, so many assets, and so many facets to our game that we're going to be able to dictate a lot of games moving forward. The Spurs line, 43.5 roughly. Vegas is setting their line at. Taking the over on that. The Spurs easily can get to 45, 46, 47 wins. They could be one of those sleeper teams to get to 50 wins. So the Spurs getting to 50, that's great. Really, the goal is to get in the playoffs, whether that is through the play-in and then getting to the playoffs or just getting to the playoffs. Either way, I love it. But the first goal for me personally, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, the goal for me is I would love to win the NBA Cup. Would love it. I think for this roster, this is the type of team that early on in the season, you already see them gelling, that they could really gain benefit in playing meaningful games. We've seen some of the high stars, LeBron, Steph, other guys talk about these in-season tournament games and how the Emirates Cup, let me call it, these Emirates Cup games, and how they actually matter and how they want to win. And I think that if you can build a little bit of a winning culture, we saw the Pacers get to the finals and they lost to the Lakers a couple years back. I think that kind of helped them in higher leverage moments where all eyes are on you and you're playing for something. And I know it's not a championship, but what it is it's something. You're playing to be the winner of something, and I think that could really bode well for the Spurs moving forward. Let me know what you guys think there in the comments. But again, I want to just do one thing one more time. My Lord. This guy's going to catch a couple bodies this year. My goodness. But let me know in the comments what you thought of the Spurs preseason. Give me some records on what you think the Spurs can get for the season. And again, look out for us going live Wednesday, October 22nd, after the game. We are going to be hyped and excited to talk about it, and we want to see as many of you guys there. But this has been Spurs Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. I appreciate all of you guys, and we'll be seeing you guys again very soon.